Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say.
You got skills.
Oh, yeah.
Skills. This one. That's right. Keep it down.
So bad.
Guess what? Jason is off. It's a kind of a Monday trend. He's in, and so I'm Tom Butler in for my pal Jason, who's in NYC, right?
Yes, he's in New York City for like girls' weekend.
Okay.
He's had all the turtlenecks, all the fun. He'll be back tomorrow to tell you all about it.
He even had like a double turtleneck thing going on.
That would be a turtleneck with a scarf.
with a scarf.
Tom. Mm-hmm.
Does that seem redundant a little bit, or is that a fashionable thing?
Excuse me, it means you're extra warm.
Extra, well, and on a day like today, are you kidding me? Have you been outside recently?
It's freezing out.
It is so, oh.
But at least the snow that came
Yes.
is now there, and I feel like things are better in life because all is right in the world.
Right,
because got snow in December.
You had a lot of holiday stuff over the weekend, nonstop holiday fun.
There was so much cheer. It wasn't even funny. No, I did. I was off on Friday because we do an annual shopping trip.
Yeah.
Usually, my dad is a judge, and he has this big judges convention at the Mall of America. So we stay with him since we were kids, and then we go shopping all day at the Mall of America the next day.
Yeah.
Well, this year no convention. Hello, COVID. But we still went shopping, and then we went to like a distillery for fun drinks,
Yeah.
and then we had a cookie exchange, and we've watched so many Hallmark movies. It's so embarrassing. But it was filled to the brim with holiday cheer.
A lot of cheer, and when we say cheer, you know
We
what
mean
we're talking
cheers.
about. We mean hello.
Hello.
Clink.
Also, I know I prefaced Jason has been gone with turtlenecks, but you also, were you rocking a turtleneck this weekend?
I did not rock a turtleneck, but I did wear some warm weather gear because we went out to Sovereign, the winery in Waconia. Earlier, I said I was going to tell you a story about a place in Waconia, and you're like, I know Waconia, and I go, and I know you know this place. So we were out there. Have you been out there this time of year though?
I've never been out there in the winter.
They've got Christmas lights everywhere. It is quite, you have to pay a little admission to get in, just because it's a lot of work that they put in.
Right.
But while we're there, and we're enjoying some of their fine beverages there. They had
libations.
The libations, and they had the hot cocoa with some holiday cheer. And we're kind of like winding down. We're thinking, okay, it's about time to go. We're going to dinner with some friends, and all of a sudden, the alpacas that they've got there, they got a couple of them, people are patting them and all that. This thing goes bonkers. It gets spooked, and it's like darting around. The people are
the alpaca was loose?
The alpaca was loose, and the thing ran off, and I'm like, I don't know, that thing went into the woods. I don't know if they're gonna get it back. So I'm worried I'm gonna have to call out there today to say, did the alpaca, would we get it back that night?
Hello, my name is Tom Butler. I work for Fox 9. I'm wondering if the
No, because then they'd be like,
oh,
Grady wants to make a story out of it. But it was really something to see. But this poor thing, you were kind of worried. It was really spooked.
Yeah.
People were petting it. But it made eye contact with one guy. And he didn't, the alpaca was like, I'm out of here.
Were you that one guy?
It was not me. It was not me or anyone in my party. Because I've never seen anything like it.
A spooked alpaca, probably decked in red, too.
But that kind of made for a fun evening, right?
Nothing says holidays like alpacas running through the
freaking out.
wilderness.
It was great fun, though.
I love the holidays. There's always weird stuff like that.
Oh,
it's the best.
I love stories like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, we love hot dish, too.
We do.
Ready?
Bring
Roll
in
it, Leo.
the hot dish.
You don't have to. Can you just
It's wafting.
serve it?
It's wafting. I'm getting a sausage and some chutney. I don't know what chutney is, but I like saying it.
George Clooney is really, really dreamy and steamy, but apparently he's got very high standards.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. He recently revealed he was offered $35 million
Yes.
for 1 day's work.
Yes, cash the check.
It's to do an airline commercial, but he said, I don't think so. The airline was associated with a country that's an ally, but is, quote, questionable at times. So after chatting with his gorgeous wife, Amal, who happens to be a human rights lawyer, he was like, Nope, not gonna do it. His net worth has been estimated to be north of $500 million.
I guess if that's your net worth, you can say 35 million pshaw. But I mean, really, you have to have crazy kind of money to turn down 35 million. Right?
I mean, if an airline in North Korea was like, Tom, would you like $35 million?
No. Well, you know,
We
no.
have some standards.
Well, right.
Some days.
Although you could buy an island and then, just disappear. No, you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't do it.
We wouldn't do it. We wouldn't do it. But didn't you? We were talking too that you brought up he gave his friends like a suitcase with like $1 million.
When
Wasn't that a
he
couple years
kind of
ago?
made it, probably when he got to $250 million, he
Right.
decided to give all of his friends a suitcase full of $1 million each. They didn't know it. That he kept, come on over, we'll have cigars and something, wink, wink, and gives them all a suitcase with $1 million cash.
I need better friends.
But come on, it's Clooney, so his friends are already filthy rich too, probably.
I know. Why didn't they show up at our doorstep?
Would have been nice, Kendall.
We could have used that.
Would have been nice. Then you could finish the bar in your basement.
No,
and
the bar's
The
finished.
bar's
Finish
finished,
the
but the basement's not finished. Is that
Minnesotan.
Minnesotan or is that not Minnesotan?
Hey.
We'll get to the rest of it one day. Next up in the dish, the cast of the movie Being the Ricardos, that's of course with Nicole Kidman, was on CBS Sunday Morning yesterday, and that is the movie with Nicole Kidman as Lucille Ball and Javier Bardem as Desi Arnaz. They talked about the real-life couple. Take a look.
Was she a great actress?
She actually was. Yeah. She was a great dancer too. She moved beautifully, which makes sense when she's doing physical comedy. But she was a beautiful dancer. And I always say she has the most beautiful hands. She used her hands all the time, particularly when she talked. But she was so smart, which I love. And that's really depicted. And she and Desi, it was a love story.
I think the deep love they have for each other is still alive.
Do you think the comedy between the two would have worked if they didn't love each other?
I don't think they would have been able to withstand the stress. I mean, it was an enormous amount of stress when you're doing a show, and also the perfectionism, which Lucille had, which was like, it's got to be great.
Yeah, well, and of course we know it kind of came to their demise, to all of that too. Being the Ricardos hits theaters later this week. Is that a movie you would want to go see?
Well, Nicole Kidman's gotten some really, really good reviews from it. And people were at first a little, really, Nicole Kidman?
Yeah.
For whatever reason, but.
Because she doesn't look like Lucille, really, the eyes and all that. But when we saw the images, the first ones the studio sent out, pretty close. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she sounds so much like the real Lucille Ball, as opposed to I Love Lucy.
But let's face it, there's only one Lucille Ball, right? I mean, she was incredible.
She was.
She commanded the scene, the stage. I mean, the physical comedy for her. I don't think. Have you ever seen anyone as good as Lucille Ball at physical comedy? I mean,
That's true.
Probably set the bar the highest it's ever been set for that.
You were saying too, I had no idea about this, but the contract
Yes.
that they had written in, not for her, but for
Ethel.
Ethel.
Yes, it was in her contract that she had to weigh a certain amount, and they didn't want her to weigh less than or the same as Lucille Ball. This was true. Yeah, and so she had it in her contract that she had to be a size whatever. And that, back in the day.
You never. I mean, you could never. I guess probably you can. You probably can now. Somebody probably had that happen
It's
to
in
them.
writing. But yeah, it wouldn't be as PC certainly today.
No, and I mean, I wouldn't mind if they were like, so if you could just eat a little bit more
Have
all
a couple
the time.
of extra donuts.
Yeah.
Really?
Hey.
Okay.
Always down. Also on CBS Sunday Morning, award-winning director Adam McKay has a new apocalyptic comedy coming out. It's called Don't Look Up. It's about a massive comet heading toward Earth and has a bunch of A-listers. He talked about landing his top 2 stars.
Did you, in casting this, just look at the 2 front rows of the Oscars and say, okay, yeah, these are the people I want in the movie?
I mean, I guess. So for instance, with the President Orlean, of course, you think Meryl Streep, and you just assume she's going to say no and you'll move on.
Was there a moment where you kind of said, oh, come on, this can't be happening? You know, I want a Leonardo DiCaprio type, and you get Leonardo DiCaprio.
He was the moment. When he said yes, I was like, this is crazy.
and it gets
I would think so. In addition to Leo and Meryl, because if that wasn't enough, Jennifer Lawrence, Jonah Hill, Tyler Perry, Ariana Grande, Latte, as Jason says, and Cate Blanchett are also in the movie. It hits theaters, or excuse me, Netflix this week.
Oh, okay.
I would assume it would hit theaters
Yes.
because of all the big names in
Those
it.
are huge names.
So, by the way, a lot of movies that come out on Netflix, I get really excited about. Like, I'm like, oh, that could be really cool. It looks neat. It's got good people in it.
Right.
And I'm usually like, oh.
It missed the mark a little bit, Kendall
It's
mark? A little bit?
Yeah, no check mark for that one.
Okay.
I have high hopes.
Yes.
Because I love Jennifer Lawrence, and you love like everybody else in that movie too.
Right, and it's quite the A-listers, isn't it? I mean, so, and you know they didn't pay them a ton.
Like, how could you? It's one movie.
Right, and it's on Netflix only, right?
Right.
So
I wonder if once you get one A-lister or two,
they just go, oh,
they all
yeah,
go, oh, that sounds fun.
It'll be like a couple weeks work, we'll have a blast.
Yeah, I kind of wonder if that's the thing with those kind of folks.
Probably.
I don't know.
Because as we found out from Mr. Clooney, I don't need $35 million.
Nope, we don't.
I don't take charity. I've got half a bill in the bank. Lots more to come here on this Monday at the Jason Show, where it's just Kendall and Tom.
Sorry,
Just
Jason.
us kids.
We miss you. We'll be right back, though. Hey.
Still ahead, more hot dish for your Monday. Bieber backlash. Why Justin Bieber is feeling the heat over a weekend concert. Plus, gift wrapping made easy. Before you start wrapping those presents, Lindsay Gensel is here, sharing her wrapping hacks that will save you time and money. And holiday fun for the whole family. I visit the Northern Express Christmas Village featuring animals, shopping, and a lot more. Pour another cup of coffee. The Jason Show returns next.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yam House, the guys who sing the theme song, and it always makes me think of yams, which I love.
They're so good,
I
so
do.
underrated vegetable.
I agree.
They're considered a vegetable, right?
I believe
You know
so.
when like the fruit and the vegetables
I
get
know,
mixed up
when
and
they
you're like,
kinda-
why is a tomato a fruit? I don't understand.
And a kumquat. That's true. Next in the dish, we're still talking dish.
Hey.
Spidey is taking on a new role. Did you know this?
No.
Yes, Tom Holland has revealed he will play actor, dancer, singer Fred Astaire in a biopic. The producer of the film publicly expressed her interest in having Tom as the lead. Tom said he hasn't read the script, but he FaceTimed the producer while he was bathing. Why that's important. No word when production could begin. He's a clean guy. Spider-Man No Way Home hits theaters, we know, in 2 weeks. But I could see him doing Fred Astaire. He's got kind of the same build and a little bit the same look, really, as Fred.
The side-by-side, they do look really similar. I'm just still stuck on the whole, like, we FaceTimed while bathing.
While bathing.
Like, because you're
Rubber ducky,
FaceTiming
you're the one.
in a bathtub.
You make bath time so much fun.
Do you think he has bubbles?
Mr. Bubble, I mean, for adults, I don't care if it's for kids. I still use Mr. Bubble in the tub. It'll take care of your trouble.
Did you say double?
But, you know, the thing about, if you're going to play Fred Astaire, probably the greatest dancer in film history, I hope he can dance.
I hope so, too.
Yeah. He can, I'm getting from Jeff. Jeff's going, oh, he can dance.
More you
He
know.
can dance and bathe at the same time.
Mr. Bubble in the tub.
Just don't slip. Accidents happen in the tub. You got to be careful. Slippery. You got soap. You're not wearing much. Just saying.
In the tub. Oh God. Okay, hey guys. We have a special
saying.
serving of hot dish
Yeah.
all the way from Hollywood.
Yes, give it up for Bad Brad from TMZ. What's up, Bad Brad?
Guys, the variety there, from yams to Spider-Man to bathtubs, I don't know what to
We're
think right
all
now.
over the place.
What happens when Jason leaves?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, this is what you get. First up, some crazy news for Bachelor Nation. This, the first I heard about it was this morning in our meeting. One of the guys who got some airtime on one of the hometown dates has been charged with murder.
That's right, Tom.
Yeah.
And this is, the contestant was Ivan Hall. And a big part of his storyline on Tayshia Adams' season of The Bachelorette was that he had a brother who had been in and out of jail. So Ivan helped kind of look after the brother's daughter. And his brother, Gabriel is his name, made an appearance on the show, actually. You see him there during the hometown visits. Gabriel was just arrested and charged with murder out of Texas. It's unclear exactly what led to the argument, but he was in an argument with another man, which ended with him shooting the other man and killing him. So he's currently being held on a $400,000 bond, but just kind of eerie how Ivan's storyline through the whole season kind of talked about his brother, and we've kind of seen the result of what happened with his brother.
Well, you saw the tats there. Don't those have
the teardrops?
significance? That, like, I killed that guy and I killed that guy?
He had a couple teardrops, and people actually talked about that when the season aired.
Yeah.
And look, he's going to be getting some more, likely.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow, what a story.
Ooh. Hey, the Biebs. He's in Saudi Arabia, and despite criticism, is going through with a performance there.
Yeah, he did it over the weekend. There was a big F1 race in Saudi Arabia, and Justin Bieber was one of the slated performers. He was taking a lot of heat, especially because of some of the rules and the laws over there. This is the first big F1 event that they've done over there. But nonetheless, he went through with the performance, but he wasn't the only one. I mean, there was A$AP Rocky was there, Tiesto was there, David Guetta, who's also a DJ, performed. So, look, he took a lot of heat. There were other performers there, but nonetheless, I'm sure he got paid a lot of money to go over and do it.
Yes, and I'm sure had some pretty nice accommodations.
Probably.
I would guess so.
Yeah. Finally, there are questions we know about Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott's relationship. So what is the status at this hour?
Well, Travis and Kylie were supposed to have a big feature out in W Magazine this month, and it was decided before the magazine was released to pull it in light of the Astroworld controversy.
Yeah.
Now, that magazine still leaked because it was sent out to a few newsstands before the decision was made to pull it. And inside, the article's a little weird because it says, look, Travis and Kylie haven't been a couple for a few years. They're like a modern family. And we spoke with people close to Kylie and Travis, and even Kylie's sister, Khloe Kardashian, defended her on social media, saying, these two are very much a couple. They have been together. They have a second child on the way, and here they are posing together. So it was a little confusing why W Magazine decided to do this, but nonetheless, they are together.
And probably in light of what recently transpired, might be part of the reason.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Hard to push a pregnancy and excited about new life when 10 people are lost at Astroworld.
Exactly. And horrible, horrible tragedy. Yeah.
Well, Brad from TMZ, thank you for joining us, sir.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Yep, you bet.
Okay, before we get to the next item.
Yes, talk to me.
So, I make no mistake when I say you would never earn yourself a teardrop.
Right.
But a tattoo on your face, I mean, don't you think that would really hurt? Like,
Oh, as far as just getting a tattoo on the face?
Yeah, like if you got one, like what,
Yeah.
what would you do, Tom?
Well, you know, I don't, maybe Groucho Marx type eyebrows.
That
That'd
would
be
look
kinda
good
fun.
on you.
Really?
Just connect it all into just one big, nice
cigar, and
line.
I could, you know, I could talk like Groucho. I don't know. I don't think I would probably do that.
Well, so in all of my time in life and thinking about this, I think I'd get a couple stars.
You get stars?
Yep. Do like the Mike Tyson, just get some squirrely gigs.
There
and
you
some
go.
Stars.
I like that.
He's so fun.
That would be cute.
Right on my face. They won't fire me.
Yeah.
Next to the dish.
Mom would be happy with that.
Oh yeah, she'd love it. Be fine. Mariah has the greatest news for the Lambly, and it's all about her iconic Christmas song. We know it.
Don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. Don't care about the present underneath the Christmas tree.
And this is the new 2.0 version, right?
Yeah, look at. Well, I don't know. Is there really that big of a difference?
I think a little bit. I mean, she still looks fantastic.
You have studied this piece of art?
Yes.
Yes.
Because she's frolicking in the hills that are snowy and all of that. And this looks like it was shot in a studio.
And now she's diamond certified, people. That means 10 million units and hit 1 billion streams on Spotify.
A billion.
A billion.
Wow.
Mariah says she feels grateful and blessed. Duh, hashtag blessed. We're doing some breakdown of other Christmas songs a bit later on.
Oh yeah, that'll be good because it's the songs that you hear on the radio and you could quickly change it. Get that out of there.
No!
Yes.
I like the songs on our interesting list.
All right, we'll see if you agree with Kendall.
Mm-hmm.
And I might agree
See,
with you.
you like at least one of them.
I do. Next in our dish, we'll have our traditions certainly for the holiday season, and some of those traditions involve watching the same movies every year. In our home, we watch Elf every year. Well, according to a new survey, we are learning which Christmas movie is the most popular for each state. First up, the most popular holiday movie in Minnesota. Can you guess? Can you? It is the classic starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad. Take a look. Do you remember this?
You say you've been looking everywhere for a Turbo Man doll?
Yes.
You say you'd do just about anything to get your hands on one?
Yes, yes.
Well, KQRS has good news for you. If you're the first caller to correctly identify all 8 of Santa's reindeer, you will be the winner of the hottest toy since Johnny 70MA. It's easy. Just call 555-KQRS.
You know, I think so, buddy.
Yes, and it was KQ, right? That was the actual radio station because it was shot here in Minnesota. Jingle All the Way, back in 1996. That's when it was shot. That's 25 years ago, Kendall.
Have you seen that movie?
I've never seen. I've seen bits and pieces of it, Kendall.
Yeah.
I've never seen all of it.
I haven't either,
Yeah.
ever.
And I
didn't
guess-
even know it was shot here. I'm sorry. Until I was reading about it
Executive
today.
producer Jeff was like, it's a Minnesota mainstay. Hello.
Go figure, we in Minnesota fully
Yeah.
support anything shot in Minnesota,
It's
no
true.
matter what.
I've seen Mallrats like 3 or 4 times.
See? Eden Prairie Mall,
There you
right
go.
down the
There you
street. In Wisconsin, all of you folks, the top movie is a classic featuring Will Ferrell, one that Tom might like
Love
too.
it. Just love it.
Yeah.
Mr. Hobbs, it's me on the intercom.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think someone sent you a Christmasgram.
Dad! All right, let's get it over with.
I walked all day and night to find you.
You look like you came from the North Pole.
That's exactly where I came from. Santa must have called you.
Oh, yeah, sure. He just got off the cell phone with me.
Bunny the Elf, what's your favorite color? That's
So
Elf.
good.
Also features, of course, you see him right there, James Caan and Zoe Deschanel. I love that song when
Oh
they
my
sing Baby It's Cold Outside.
Oh, you're right.
I love that version of it too
And
from
she's-
this movie.
But she's like, wait a minute, there's another voice in this bathroom as
singing
I'm
with me?
showering. There's a whole bathing, showering theme going on all of a sudden.
On our show.
I love it. We are very clean people. For our viewers in the Seattle area, where I grew up, the top movie in Washington is Claus. I don't think I know that
I
movie.
think it's a cartoon.
Is it a cartoon?
Yeah.
Okay. The thing in Washington. In North Dakota, it is this movie starring Tim Allen as Santa Claus. Take a look.
This year, Santa's not going out in a sleigh. This time, he's going total tank.
Wait a minute. No way. No way Santa's going anywhere without his sleigh.
He would if he's trying to sell the total tank.
Well, isn't that a pretty picture? Santa rolling down the block in a Panzer. Well, kids, I certainly hope you've been good this year, because it looks like Santa just took out the Pearson home. It's coming!
And Tim becomes, yes, Santa Claus after the real Santa falls off his roof. So that's what happens. I have, here's a crazy story about this movie. I have the Santa Claus 2 on DVD.
Good one.
That I bought years ago. Never watched it.
What?
I for whatever I bought it for the girls, and I forgot I had it, and then they got a little older, and I'm like, we'll
Still
save that
here.
in the drawer.
Well, 1 and 2 are good.
Yeah.
I'll save you the time. 3,
Not so good.
not so much.
Okay.
And finally, our neighbors to the south, we didn't forget you,
No.
Iowa. Their favorite movie is an absolute classic. Take a look.
Before we begin, since this is Aunt Bethany's 80th Christmas, I think she should lead us in the saying of grace.
Oh, great. What, dear? Grace! Grace! She passed away 30 years ago.
They want you to say grace. The blessing.
A lot of that. That, of course, is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, starring Chevy Chase.
It is
That
a
one is
classic.
my personal favorite.
It's a classic.
So
Oh,
good.
man.
So inappropriate all the time. A lot of sap, folks. Hey, we've got a lot of sap because we're saps. We'll be right back.
Don't go away.
We're so sappy.
Pretty sad. Just fat. Doesn't want to fit in there.
All
Terrible
about
gift
the
wrapper.
corners.
Terrible gift wrapper.
It's a terrible gift. He said it, I didn't. Hi, everybody. Our next guest does it all. She cooks, she decorates, she dresses up, but that's not all. She's a pro at gift wrapping.
Well, I could take some tips, that's for darn sure. Please welcome back to the Jason Show local blogger, Lindsay Gensel. Lindsay, nice to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, of course. So,
Other than me shouting out Tom's bad rapper,
yes.
We're going to learn some things today.
Yes, I've got a ton of fun, creative, easy
Good.
ideas.
That's good.
So I was actually with my girlfriend Molly last night, and I was telling her about the segment, and she was
Yeah.
like, I hate gift wrapping.
Really?
And it made me a little sad.
Yeah.
It made me a little
Yeah.
sad. I think with the holidays, there's just so much happening already
Yeah.
that the gift wrapping is just like the manic moment at the end, like get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I love settling in for the night. I pour a glass of wine, I have a fire, I put on my favorite holiday movie.
Okay.
Yes.
And wrap gifts.
Okay.
So I've kind of got a little assembly line set up for you.
All right.
I like
So
this.
we're going to start down by the tree,
Okay.
which is where all of the gifts should be.
Mm-hmm.
So
Check it on the tree.
the one thing that I think people kind of get stuck on is red and green in the holidays.
Right.
You do not need to have an entire selection of holiday gift wrapping that's just red and green. So if you notice up here, I've got this gorgeous.
Oh, I like the blue.
Yes, some bright pop of blue. Okay, little insider trick.
Yes.
TJ Maxx, Home Goods, Marshalls.
Great wrapping paper.
Amazing wrapping
Yes,
paper.
for
Great
pretty
price.
inexpensive.
$2 to $3
Okay.
a roll.
Yeah.
What I love about those colors is you can use them year round. So you don't need to just go red and green.
Right.
So you'll notice I've got some of that fun little animal print up there, some of the stripes, some of the gold. So I also, Tom, I'm going to
Yep.
give you this one. This
Okay.
is hand stamped.
Oh, very nice.
So I literally took some white trim paint that we had at home, some leftover.
Yeah.
I added food coloring to it. I took a sponge and I made the little Christmas trees.
Wow. And
Yeah.
up close, you can
And this is
tell
just
'cause
brown.
it looks so
Textured,
custom.
yeah.
Is this like from Lunds and Barley's?
It is not a.
Oh.
It's not a garbage bag.
Okay.
It's just good old postal wrapping paper.
Yeah.
So it's a great one to have on hand, and if you don't want to stamp it, just do it up with decorations.
Perfect.
So we're going to move to the accessory side
I'm
of
just going to put that
things.
under the tree.
Postal
There you go.
wrapping paper. I've always
Yeah.
wondered where you get the brown paper.
Yes. Okay.
Silly
So
as it sounds.
let's talk accessories.
Okay.
So I went to Joann. I go to Michael's, Target, the like dollar spot.
Yes.
Great spot to find these things. Fun little accessories. You just add them to your gift. The pop of color is so fun. Now, you come from a big family.
Yes.
Do you guys save your wrapping stuff?
We do. We save all of our bows and things
Yeah.
like that. Like Mom was like, I am not buying more bows.
No, it's an
Bows, yeah.
investment.
You save the bows, right?
Yes.
And the gift bags.
The gift bags,
Yeah, and the
absolutely.
bags. Yep.
Okay, so let's move to the middle. This is where it's kind of a hill I die on. I hate the name tag stickers.
Yeah.
The super to
To
Kendall.
That's a strong word,
I know,
Lindsay.
I'm so sorry. I
Yeah.
am so sorry. They come across a little cheesy to me.
They're kind of cheesy.
Okay.
And I love the feeling of giving someone a gift and it's like it's the presentation.
Oh, for
So-
sure. Like it's a beautiful charcuterie board of gifts.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that was
Thank you.
very lovely.
Thought about
So
that.
one of the things that I love is instead of using a name tag on the top, do a little added gift. So for Kendall, I might pick this sweet little Christmas tree ornament, the Minnesota Twins.
Cute.
And I would put that on the top of your gift so I know that that's yours.
Yep.
And so this is like a little added gift. Now, this could be like a fun one as well for the ladies in your life, just some, like a little under
Collagen.
eye thing. Or if you're
marijuana?
well,
Yeah. That's what.
Yes,
there's
Tom, that
it's
is
a very
marijuana
generous
leaf.
gift.
Oh, I
It's
guess
a very
so.
generous gift.
Hemp and collagen.
Yeah, I mean, these could go together.
Merry
You could
Christmas,
have
you're going to jail.
your hemp under eye things along with your
Okay.
little
Oh,
little
hemp.
bottle
Okay.
of vodka.
All right.
Or get sentimental.
Marijuana.
So every parent, do you go home and your mother tries to pawn family items off on you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sid.
Karen, yes, absolutely, all the time. So find sentimental items. These are actually silver spoons from my grandmother that were gifted to me. Now, if you have some of these sweet little sentimental items at home, they make just a sweet little addition to the top. You do your ribbon around there,
Yeah.
gussy it up.
So you would use the ribbon to tie it on.
Yeah, like
Nice.
just it's your little name tag. If you are traditional, you want name tags. I love these little chalkboard markers, so you can write the
fun.
name on there.
That's great.
And then you can use it for a charcuterie board later, because that's all I think about.
Yes. Okay, so let's talk gift cards because I think so many people are like, I don't want to just give a gift card. It makes them overwhelmed. I love adding an extra little flair to it. So what I've done is I've taken this gift card and I've just hot glued it to a skewer, like literally
Like
a
a
kebab
chicken skewer?
skewer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I added some decoration to it. So this will sit so nicely up there in your stockings for the morning, just like a beautiful little presentation.
Cute.
Another option, buy a beautiful frame and put the gift card in the frame. So it's like a gift upon a gift.
Yeah.
So it's
Right.
not just, here's a gift card.
Right.
I also love this. Kendall, we talked about this.
This is so cute.
That's
The
fantastic.
absolute best
Yeah.
little gift. Now, again, it's all about presentation.
Right.
You show up with a bottle of wine, lovely
Great.
gift.
Yeah, but-
This takes it to the next level.
Look at that.
Absolutely.
And then if
Yes.
you're me, you just keep it as decoration for years to come and never ever
absolutely.
re-gift
Do you
the
want to know?
bag.
I've never regifted
See,
this.
because it's so cute.
Because you don't want to lose that.
No.
That's fantastic.
I'm just like, it'll just stay in my house forever.
Right.
Okay, so let's do a quick little tutorial on a bow.
Okay.
So we're going to go very, very quick here.
All right. I'm
So,
gonna move your silver
I'm nervous
spoon.
for Tom. There is a hot glue gun here.
There is
He's
a hot
very
glue
good
gun.
with those.
Yeah, I'm not good with that.
All right, so this was a little trick I learned on the good old internet. So we're going to take our bow. You are going to just do your loops like you normally would, but we're not going to knot anything. That's where things end up kind of being a disaster.
Yep.
So we're looking at, these are our tails. So
Okay.
my fingers are going to hold here. If you see here, I'm going to slice one side.
Okay.
I'm
Just
gonna,
like a little bit, not all the way through.
Not all the way through. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to give this one as well. Now I'm going to take my little
Loopers.
cutouts there. I'm going to loop them together.
Oh, they're holding hands.
They're holding hands.
Uh-huh.
So this is the base of our bow. And we're going to
Okay.
do that. Now we're going to take this middle piece.
Yep.
Now I'm going to take a little glue here.
Tom, how you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Okay.
Just
There will
don't-
be a
don't
test
burn yourself,
after.
Lindsay.
Oh gosh, if you've used a hot glue gun, you know the burns. All right.
real.
So we're going to do a little glue here.
Oh, I see where this is going. I see where this is going.
Yes. So
How did you
now,
not just burn yourself when you did that?
now, when you would put it on the present, you've got your little bow there.
Yeah.
Because if you've ever tried to actually do the bow with the knot,
Right.
it never
It
turns
never
out
works
right.
out.
No.
No.
So we would take this little guy right here,
And then
add a little hot glue.
there.
I'm gonna just put her down. And what I would do, because I'm a perfectionist, I'm gonna add a little more hot glue here. What I would do is I would take a button or we
Something
could
to
even
put in
do
the
our
middle.
spoon here.
Yeah.
Oh, or like a sucker.
A
Like you have-
sucker,
okay,
absolutely.
cute.
Candy is a great one to top gifts with, especially if you have young kids in the house. Just make sure if there's chocolate or anything that it doesn't go on the ground.
No
because of our
puppuccinos.
pets. Because of our
Good
pets.
point. That's a good
Yeah.
point. Excellent. That's a great idea. I
great.
love it. I
Just
love
be
all these
creative.
ideas.
Have fun.
And I like that. Yeah, go blue. You don't have to do red and green. All great ideas.
Look at all the options for you, Tom.
I know. Lots of
The
options.
test comes later.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
comes
boy.
later. Hey,
Oh,
for
boy.
more information on any of this and everything Lindsay does, just go to her website, lindsaygensel.com.
Don't go away. We'll be right back. I'm going to play my spoons now. Spoon Man.
I know there's been pain this year, but it's time to let it go. Next year you never know. For now, Merry Christmas. We'll dance in the kitchen while embers glow. We've both known love, but this love we got is the best of all. I wish you could see it through my eyes, then you would know. My God, you look beautiful right now. Merry Christmas.
I mean, you couldn't get any catchier. Elton John and Ed Sheeran. Duh, it's like a match made in heaven.
It really is. Yeah.
The Brits over there, they released this new song and the video actually too. It's called Merry Christmas. Oh, duh, it's pretty easy to put together. Featuring the two stars recreating some classic Christmas videos. The cool part about this is this: profits from the song will be donated equally between the Ed Sheeran Music Foundation and the Elton John AIDS Foundation. So it's benefiting things.
Yeah, it's a good collaboration.
Right.
And yeah, Elton is still relevant, obviously. You don't look broke, though. You like that commercial?
That's good. That's good.
Don't look broke. We've got, Elton and Ed. They aren't the only music stars out there with a Christmas song, of course, and a gig that's going on. Recently, reunited ABBA if you will, whichever you prefer.
Whatever.
Both are fine. Just released their first ever Christmas song called Little Things. Their first Christmas song, supergroup ABBA. Take a look.
Soon enough they'll be waking up from their dreams. Children bursting with giggles and screams.
Huh. Huh. And as we would say in Minnesota, interesting.
Interesting. Yeah.
Interesting. The video features children, they're cute, watching ABBA and creating their own band for a school talent contest. Okay, that's cute. Proceeds from the song benefit UNICEF's Global Child Protection Fund. Now I feel bad.
We're terrible people,
Now
but
I
in
feel
our
bad.
defense, it wasn't up on the teleprompter
It
yet
really
that it benefited children.
wasn't, yeah.
We just were listening to the snooze fest. Don't email me. Staying on the topic of Christmas songs,
You're
have
not
you
wrong.
seen the word wamageddon recently?
Yes. Hashtag.
If not, it's a game that pops up every December that some are calling the most difficult game to win. The rules are simple, people. You must go from December 1st to December 24th without hearing Wham's very famous Christmas song.
Good luck with that.
Last Christmas. Okay, don't freak out. This is the video, but we're not playing the music if you're even listening anymore at this point. Players are allowed to hear cover versions of the song, and if you're playing with friends, you're not allowed to send them links to the song to screw them up.
Right.
If you actually want to play this very interesting game, wamageddon.com for more information. We weren't going to ruin it for anybody and play it.
No, we wouldn't do that. Think about how hard that would be to go through the whole Christmas season without hearing that song.
You wouldn't be able to listen to like the radio.
Right. Your Spotify playlists,
Yeah.
in stores, wherever you're going.
Didn't even think of
Stores
that.
will get you.
Oh, it's always the
Stores. Retailers.
Retailers.
Brick and mortars.
Brick and mortars.
They'll get you.
We'll be right back. Wamageddon.
I gave you my heart.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
You know, while we were coming back from break, lovely Ted, producer Ted, got in our ear and sang us the Wham song. Wasn't that nice, that Christmas
Sounded
song?
just like the original.
Sounded just like, it's his favorite Christmas song.
So good.
Welcome back to the Jason Show. During the month of December, many families went over looking for ways to celebrate the season.
So how about a holiday experience featuring reindeer, llama, no alpaca, just llamas,
okay.
shopping, a spa, a little bar, so much more. You'll find it all at the Northern Express Christmas Village in Excelsior, and someone here got a chance to check it out. I've been very excited about this for a very long time. This is the Northern Express. It's an immersive holiday experience. I have a little bit of a personal connection here. The one who crafted this whole thing from her genius mind is a friend of mine, and she's gonna give us a little tour before y'all can come and check it out yourself. Let's go. Look at all of this fun gifting stuff. Are these all local makers?
Some of them are local makers, and then some of them are sourced from other small businesses, either Minnesota-based, Midwest-based, kind of everybody is curated to be small. It is a really good representation of Minnesota makers.
I couldn't help but notice there's like a beer tap spout over here. So this is where the adult drinks go. What's going on? Once it opens, what will this all be?
This entire wall is going to be one of the 3 bars on site. That's going to be with Chowgirls and Steady Pour, and they're making some really exciting holiday cocktails. And this way is the coffee bar with the Dinah Coffee Roasters, and they're also doing some different holiday beverages.
And this is just the main hall.
Yes.
If you have things all over.
There's actually 14 cabins on the grounds, and every single cabin is home to a few other Minnesota makers who are either selling their goods, like we've got Duluth Pack, Faribault, Golden Rule, Black Blue, a smattering, as well as a number of food purveyors as well. And then there's a few lounges kind of mixed in there.
That sounds so cute. And you guys have things going on, like llamas are going to
Yes,
be here?
yes, llamas every day, reindeer on Sundays, which is exciting. And we have, there's a house in the woods with this beautiful wood-burning fireplace, and that's going to be Santa's house, so folks can go and see Santa 11 to 6 every day.
We're going to go check out, you called it Santa's, what is that
The
area
village,
over there?
Santa's Village, yeah, North Pole Village, yep.
Okay,
yep.
North Pole Village. Before we go, this is my little secret. Eric, come with me. Eric. If you do come, this candle, it's called I'll Be Home for Christmas by Beverly Third Candle Co. I'm like you'd think I would work for the QVC right now. It is the most delicious smelling thing I've ever smelled in my life. Okay, on to the next. Whitney, this is so cool. We're at Santa's workshop, but there's like 7 other things that way. Where are we?
We are in Santa's Village, the North Pole Village. So this is an opportunity for people just to kind of walk through as though you were looking at like I don't know, the shop windows in New York City and just
Right.
being inspired by Christmas.
You can just go in front of any of them and take your cute little photo op.
I'm gonna do like a bonfire pit over here with s'mores and cocoa and just, I don't know, meant to make it a really enjoyable experience where families can spend a lot of time and get lost in the magic of the season.
I love it. Okay, there are some things for adults here.
Yes.
Like a spa.
Yes.
We
Yes.
have to go check that out. Come on. This looks pretty cool. What is this? This is just a sauna you put up in here?
This is actually Cedar and Stone. They're based out of Duluth. They are incredible. They make these custom saunas, and their entire experience is built around just stress relief, and everybody knows that we need that during the holidays. There's going to be charcuterie. There's going to be some NA beverages.
What? There's charcuterie?
Yes, yes. It's all included in your spa package. You get a robe, coziness, the slippers, the whole shebang, and then you can hang out in the après lounge in between your guided spa session.
Okay, so you can leave the kids over in Santa's Village, do a little shopping, get a little adult beverages and hot chocolate, and then you come and do the sauna.
Yes.
The sauna is not open at this exact moment because we are here when obviously the event is not open, but there's a tent back here. I shall be there until December 25th. Okay, thanks, Winnie. Holidays are exhausting. I deserve this. Rudolph, you do too. Come on.
I thought I was seeing things for a second there in the quick shot in the woods, but Rudolph was really there.
He was really there. It is really, really neat.
Yeah.
And now that it has snowed a little bit, I
Right.
have to imagine it's just even more magical and spectacular
Yeah.
there. So cute. If you want to check out more, you can go to thenorthernexpress.org. The one thing I wanted to mention too, a portion of proceeds all go to help out with charities in the area. So I think that's pretty cool too.
Well, you have to give back this time of year, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Right. Yeah.
See you soon. You'll be right back. We're not giving back
No.
you, other than our humor and wit.
We're givers.
Intelligence. We're so smart. Being educated on George Michael
Yep.
from the commercial break.
Listen Without Prejudice, one of the greatest albums of all time.
There
It's,
you
I
go.
mean, incredible. Every song is incredible. It really is.
It's time for the world's shortest segment, and it's not about George Michael.
Okay, let's do it up.
It could be a new fashion trend or maybe just ridiculous.
Okay.
Yeah, Machine Gun Kelly showed up to a party with, it's about a unisex nail polish line.
It's Megan Fox, right?
Yeah, he was chained to his girlfriend, Megan Fox. Yeah, so if you might see these pictures from her Instagram, the pair wore matching black with a silver chain attached to their pinky nails.
I see.
That sounds painful. Tom, I was thinking you and I could do
We
that.
could chain up.
Yeah.
You know, with their snow, you need to chain up sometimes.
Yep, that's what you need. We gotta go.
Glad it was a short segment. I got more dad jokes. Come on back.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
That Tyler is so multilingual.
He's so good.
He counts down in different languages.
Yeah, and he loves Wham.
A bit of a linguist.
It's time now for the surprise. Goodbye.
We have no idea. Kendall and I totally in the dark about what the producers have put in this segment. So here it is. Today, the story of a woman who finally understands why her rescue dog isn't listening to her. Why? She adopted the dog and was told it was trained, but it wouldn't sit, it wouldn't stay, it wouldn't do anything when she called it. That's when she figured out the dog only knows Spanish.
Max, come. Max, aquí. Buen chico. Max, sit. Max, siéntate.
Great? Yeah. The problem now is she only knows some basic Spanish. So she shared the story on TikTok, asking people for some advice, please, on training her dog who only knows Spanish.
I mean, these are some serious problems. That dog's little butt when she was like, good job. It was like, I know nothing. And then she said it in
fantastic.
Spanish and he was so excited.
That is so good.
If only the dog could teach her Spanish. Now
Exactly.
that would be a
Then
dog.
we've got a top story.
Tomorrow on the show, Jason's back with stories from his weekend trip
Yes.
to New York. Plus, our dear friend, we love her, Miss Erin Schwab,
Erin.
returns to sing some Christmas favorites. So Tom might actually come back and join me.
I love Erin.
Yeah. I mean, we like to, she's got her Naughty or Nice show. Y'all, if you've never heard of this,
Hello.
it was so fun. Thanks for hanging out with me, Tom.
Oh, of course. It's our Monday thing.
Substitute teachers.
Have a good day.